Join me as I take on the challenge of matching people's behavior to see if I can actually influence their thinking. Have you ever wondered how some people seem to effortlessly influence others, while others struggle to get their point across? Well, today we're going to dive into a fascinating concept that can revolutionize the way you communicate and connect with others. It's called matching behavior to influence thinking, and it's a game changer in building relationships and achieving your goals. When we interact with others, we often focus on conveying our own thoughts and ideas, without fully considering the other person's perspective. But the truth is, effective communication is not just about speaking, but also about listening and understanding. And that's where things get tricky. We often struggle to connect with others because we're not speaking their language, literally and figuratively. We fail to recognize and adapt to their communication style, which can lead to misunderstandings, conflicts, and ultimately, failed relationships. Have you ever felt like you're trying to convey a message, but the other person just doesn't get it? Or maybe you've tried to persuasively present an idea, only to be met with resistance and skepticism. That's because we often focus on our own logic and reasoning, without considering the other person's values, beliefs, and motivations. And that's where the challenge lies, in understanding and adapting to the other person's behavior and communication style. In our everyday interactions, we often fall into common pitfalls that prevent us from effectively influencing others. We might dominate the conversation, talk over others, or dismiss their opinions. We might even try to manipulate or persuade through coercion, rather than building trust and rapport. But what if I told you there's a more effective way to communicate and influence others? A way that's based on mutual respect, trust, and understanding? Matching behavior is a powerful strategy that involves synchronizing your actions, words, and tone with the other person's. It's about building rapport, creating a sense of trust and connection, and ultimately, influencing their thinking. By mirroring their body language, tone, and language patterns, you can create a sense of familiarity and build a deeper connection. And when you combine this with active listening and empathy, you can create a powerful synergy that shifts perspectives and inspires action. One of the most effective ways to match behavior is through mirroring. By subtly mirroring the other person's body language, you can create a sense of rapport and build trust. For example, if the other person is sitting with their arms crossed, you can mirror their posture by sitting with your arms crossed as well. Or, if they're speaking in a calm and measured tone, you can match their tone and pace. This might seem simple, but it's incredibly powerful in building a connection and creating a sense of mutual respect. Another strategy is active listening. By fully focusing on the other person, maintaining eye contact, and nodding to show you're engaged, you can create a sense of safety and trust. You can also use verbal cues like "I understand" or "that makes sense" to show you're actively listening and processing their message. And when you combine this with open-ended questions, you can create a powerful conversation that uncovers new insights and perspectives. Let me share with you a powerful example that illustrates the success of matching behavior in influencing thinking. I was working with a client who was struggling to persuade her boss to invest in a new project. Despite her best efforts, she was met with resistance and skepticism. So I encouraged her to try a different approach. I suggested she mirror her boss's body language, tone, and language patterns, and to actively listen to his concerns and objections. And you know what? It worked like a charm. By building rapport and creating a sense of trust, she was able to shift her boss's perspective and secure the investment she needed. So what's the key takeaway from today's video? It's that matching behavior is a powerful strategy for influencing thinking and building relationships. By mirroring, active listening, and empathizing with others, you can create a sense of rapport and trust, and ultimately, shift perspectives and inspire action. Remember, effective communication is not just about conveying your message, but also about understanding and adapting to the other person's behavior and communication style. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Have you ever tried matching behavior to influence thinking? Share your experiences and insights, and be sure to check out our next video on effective communication techniques.